What is up, guys? Anthony Bui-Tran here, back again with another episode of TRADECRAFT. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about how you guys can use Facebook bots, Zonpages to get more reviews. Alright, this is one method I use to get a lot of reviews. And I'm going to take you guys through step by step on how to get more reviews and how to set it up. Alright, so if you guys have any questions along the way, please let me know in the comments below. But other than that, let's get into it. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. Alright guys, so this is what I like to call the magic review recipe, right? So this hasn't been shown to very many people, okay? So if you guys are watching this video, you guys are one of the very few individuals that will ever get to see this, right? And even know about this method. So the way it works is, I'm gonna go ahead and skip over this brief. This is something I only this is like basically a slide deck that I show at certain conferences or certain masterminds I talk about. So only certain individuals have get to see this. So I'll skip through the fluff of like the introduction, because you guys should know who I am by now. You guys know like what the numbers I did. If you guys watched the numbers, if you guys watched my intro video, you know, year 1 did 8,000, year 2 I did 34,000, year 3 I did 276,000, and profit, those are all profit numbers. But let's get to the main point, right? Remember, the money is made in between the lines on Amazon, right? If in business in general, actually. So if you can figure out how to combine different words together, then you're gonna make a lot more money, right? You're gonna have a competitive edge, right? So like when when technology and taxis came together, Uber kind of came out, right? When technology was applied to the hotel industry, Airbnb sort of came out, right? So you can figure out these different ways to take advantage of already existing technologies and apply them to different aspects where they're not currently being used, then that is how you're going to get your competitive edge. All right, guys. So right now everyone's problem is that reviews are hard to get, right? And you know, don't you guys want more reviews? Yes. Do you guys want more positive reviews? Yes. And do you guys want reviews faster? Yes, right? Alright, of course we do. So I'm going to show you guys how we combine different plants together to make the magic review recipe. Are you guys ready? So this is how I combine Amazon, Zonpages, Facebook, and ManyChat. So these are all different. Basically, you're going to have to either pay for Zonpages, and ManyChat you can start off free, basically, but you could upgrade to the Pro so the advertising has gone away, but you do have to pay for Zonpages for this method to work, alright? So Facebook bots, let me jump into what Facebook bots are, right? What are Facebook bots? Facebook bots are basically these messages that you get within your Facebook Messenger app. If you guys haven't ran into them already, there's different brands out there that have these like messages that pop up within your that are utilizing it to have messages pop up within your messenger, right? So it's kind of just like an automated message. So for example, this one, just when I clicked on the ad, it goes like, hey, are you interested in a discount for Genius Art? If so, press yes. And then once I click yes, they automatically generate me a coupon code, right? And they generate me a unique coupon code that allows me to get 80% off. So in this video, I'm not going to go over how to execute that, but that is one of the examples of how you can use, let's see, ManyChat with Facebook bots to distribute your own coupons, right? So you don't have to use a service like Viral Launch or ZonJump, even though like I still use those services just because it's like easier to like just launch, and especially when you're doing a lot of products at once. But if you want to have your own brand and have all the control over it, then this is one of the methods that you can use to basically distribute the coupons. All right, so Facebook bots. Let me explain to you guys like what it is and why it's, you know, so popular. But there's over 900 million people using Facebook Messenger app right now, right? So that means there's 900 monthly people that you can basically advertise to every single month with this method. In terms of open rates and click-through rates, that's what CTR stands for, click-through rates. In email, right, the open rates for email is about 30% on average, industry average, and then I think the click-through rates are like maybe like 3 to 5% if you're lucky. On Messenger though, right, you get like 80 to 90% of people opening up your message, which is huge, right? That means 80 to 90% people see your message, right? Compare to email, like think about how many emails you actually open nowadays. Some you just skip, some you never open at all, right? So that's why email rates are a lot lower. And then click-through rates in emails, right? How often you open up an email and then actually click on something within the email? Not often, right? So, but within Messenger bots, like they're very new and they don't feel as intrusive and like spammy as email. So people are more receptive to it and interact with the Messenger bots a lot more because it just feels more personal and less intrusive. right? So that's what I mean by it feels more human versus email, okay? And when you're using Facebook bots, you're building a brand off of Amazon's platform, right? You're like building up your list, you're building up your assets, right? That you can use to like sell your business and really like just retain control over your customers, right? And then the last thing of why you should be using it is your competitors are starting to use Facebook bots. So you got to get with it so you cannot fall behind the curve and you can keep up and get your competitive edge over your competitors too, right? So I want to show you guys an example of the Facebook bots, right, being used within the magic review recipe. So essentially this is an ad that, this is a message that pops up within your newsfeed whenever you are searching for. This is an ad that popped up within my messenger whenever I was clicking on a Facebook ad. So essentially ZenWise Health basically said, when I clicked on their ad, it says, as a thank you gift, we are offering a free bottle to those who have previously left their feedback for sleep support, okay? Reply with a link or a screenshot to your feedback and your shipping address, and I'll send you another bottle. Find your feedback here. And this is a link to Amazon. So to break this down, what's going on here, right, is when I clicked on this ad, they're telling me that like as a thank you to anyone who's left a review, right? It doesn't have to be, you know, on Amazon, Facebook, or whatever. They're saying like we're offering a free bottle to anyone who's already left a review. They're not saying like if you leave us a review, we'll give you a free product. Does that make sense? They're not saying if, hey, here's a free product in exchange for a review. They're just saying like, oh, if you happen to left a review already, let us know so we can give you a free product. Okay, so the wording on it is very interesting. So that is what makes it gray area. So like I said, do this at your own risk. Okay, this method works. I won't say it doesn't. Okay, and it works pretty well. So in general, right, once they reply back to this message, right, within their Facebook message, they'll go ahead and send a link or screenshot to their review, right? And then that way they can get in their free bottle of a supplement. So it's a really high enticing like offer, and that's why people want to get a free bottle of sleep support, right? And that's how it happens. Now at this point, what I want to do is remind you of something. How do they show a Facebook ad to an Amazon customer? So one of the issues when running Facebook ads is like, you can run ads to anyone, right? But if you run ads to everyone, then you're gonna spend a lot of money. But how do you run it to an exact Amazon customer? Because right here, right, they know that they like this, that they ran an ad to you because you purchased, right? You purchased their product and they're running an ad just to you, right? Now I'll break that down a little bit more. So the way you can target people who have purchased your product, right? You can target people on Amazon, right, who are your customers, is by using Zonpages. Zonpages has this feature within it called a Facebook audience sync. And what it does is it automatically imports all the data from Amazon, right? And pulls it in from all these different areas. And with your Amazon customers' data of like their name, their address, they can match that against a profile that's very similar to someone on Facebook. And Facebook knows who that person is, and they'll go ahead and run an ad just to that person. And that's why Facebook is not going away anytime soon. Facebook targeting is super, super strong. And what I mean by that is, if someone has like my name and then they have my address and they have my telephone number and they have my email, they can run an ad just to me. And that's how strong Facebook is. And Facebook can also be like, hey, I want to run an ad to anyone who's like 25, loves dogs, lives in Houston, Texas, within 5 miles of this, and has, you know, what are 3 credit cards, credit score 700, and you can choose that person on Facebook, right? So I'm telling you, like, Facebook has a lot of like interesting like things that you can do with it, and this is going to be one of them. So once you get your Facebook audience synced up in Zonpages, okay, what you're going to do is you're going to be able to target your exact customers on Facebook, right? You can run ads straight to them. So with the Facebook custom audience, I was able to, at the time of this, I was able to push 71,000 of my customers to basically Facebook. And the way I did it was I only matched clients that spent more than $1 and bought certain products. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to just advertise to people who bought a certain brand of products, and I didn't want to advertise to anyone who got my product at like a 99% off discount code, right? I just wanted to target people who actually purchased my product. Because as you guys know, if you guys give away like 90%, 70%, 50% coupon codes nowadays, and you launch your item like that, Amazon generally blocks those people from leaving reviews. Okay, and if you guys are questioning on like what a better like launch service is, like I highly recommend using Rebate Key as part of your launch plan. You can watch that video in another video, basically. But so far, let's recap what steps I've gone so far. So far we set up the Zonpages Facebook audience sync, so we can target people who already purchased our products right on Amazon. Next thing we have to do is create an ad on Facebook. Okay, and this is an example of the ad that I got hit at that I clicked on, and I'll explain to you like why this is a good ad and how it works. So just reading it off the bat, it says free offer. Enticing, right? Free. So thank you for being a ZenWise Health customer. So it's hyper targeted, and they already know that you're a customer. They're like, hey, thank you for being a customer. Would you like your next bottle of sleep support to be 100% free? Like, oh yes, like I just bought a bottle of sleep support. I would love it to be free, right? Click to send us a message and claim your free bottle. That's it, right? And it just gives really good graphics, and it kind of alludes to like a messenger's conversation right here. So as soon as you click it, right? As soon as you click this, then this ad pops up. This message that I showed you guys earlier popped up. And so once you click it, they're like, as a thank you for anyone who's left a review already, we're gonna go ahead and give you guys a free bottle. Just show us that you left a review and send us your address. We'll go ahead and send it to you. So that's how it kind of connects so far, right? But let's go break down like how the message is going to get sent to that person, right? Because as of right now, there's no way that we don't know how to automate this message, right? And that's what ManyChat is going to come in for. So far we set up the Facebook audience sync so we can target people who already purchased our products on Amazon. We created the ad to target those people, right? And we connected them with the custom audience. And then the next thing you want to do is set up ManyChat to enable, right, this message to be automatically sent to a user whenever they click on this ad. Okay, so that's why it's super powerful, right? So in terms of the tool that you use within ManyChat, right? So once you go on ManyChat, you click on growth tools, and then you want to hit a new growth tool, right? And when I was running this experiment a couple months back ago, I had 153 options, right? And 68 people click on the actual ad, right? So that means I had a potential of 104 potential reviews, right? And out of that, I can't recall the exact numbers as of right now, but I knew at least 60% of those potential reviews actually left reviews. That's really high. All right, guys, that is a very extremely high rate of reviews that I was getting, and still am getting on my products. Okay, so pay attention. This is how it works. So the Facebook ad occurs. Once they click on this, the ManyChat tool automatically sends them I use the messenger URL tool in this scenario, automatically sends them a message for right here that says, as a thank you, la la la, and that's how they get that message. I mean, that's how this interaction works, right? So essentially, we set up the Facebook audience sync, we create the ad on Facebook, and we set up the ManyChat to enable the automated message to our user, right? So that's what happened here. And then lastly, once they reply with the link or screenshot, then that's when you follow up with the customer, and that's where the manual part comes in, right? So you want to outsource this to your team members over in the Philippines, wherever they are, or if you're doing it solo dolo, you have to manage all the returns. But basically, you can create a fulfillment order to the customer, send items from Amazon, or send it from your local warehouse. I highly recommend sending it from your local warehouse to the customer, right? If you're doing the same freebie, the same bait in terms of like, here's another free item because you left a review, okay? But basically, when you're following up with a customer, you want to respond really fast, because a lot of people sometimes think it's a scam. They're like, is this real? Am I really going to get a free product? So they ask, sometimes that happens. And the faster you're able to respond to them and reassure them like, hey, this is real, then the better you're good to go. But keep in mind, the price doesn't always have to be a free product, right? It could be a 90% off coupon. It could be a coupon for another product. It could be a discount for 50% off your next purchase. It could be, a free item of another item, right? Or maybe a smaller amount of the item you got. So it just really depends. But at the end of the day, it's a prize. You want to make it very enticing for the customer, because the thing is, a lot of people, once they get this message, right? A lot of people, once they see this message, they haven't left a review on Amazon yet. That makes sense? Maybe some have, but at this point, at this point, you can tip people over to leave a review for you because they're like, oh, I can get another free product. Then they're like, yes, right? And that's how that works. Like, they're gonna see that and they'll be like, yeah, okay, I want another product. Okay, let me just go leave my review right now, take a screenshot, and then go back in the Messenger app, send it to you. And that's usually what happens, okay? And that's the usual workflow of the user going through this. Keep in mind, the only downside to using this is you're gonna get people who already purchased your product, already left a review, and then they're gonna go ahead and get a free product anyways. But so in general, you want to work this into your margins, working into your numbers, make sure you can afford to do this. One thing I also want to let you know that I didn't include in this presentation is that the ad spend, it cost me, I think it was about $124 per customer that left me a review. So that's still extremely cheap for each review that I got, okay? So, but keep in mind, you do have to run some money on ads, and you want to make the graphic look really nice. You want the offer to be really enticing. But the good thing about Facebook ads is you always can test, right? You can have one ad for like, here you get 50% off coupon, another ad for here you get a free product, or another ad that just says like, I would love to give you a thank you in exchange for your review or whatever, So it just really depends on what you want to do. But that is essentially, right, the magic review recipe. Okay, so you use Facebook bots to basically get super cheap reviews at a very fast rate, at a very normal rate, right? Because only buyers can leave it, essentially, and it won't be spiked, right? So it only happens as customers purchase, right? And the other thing I want you to keep in mind is ManyChat's super powerful. Once you acquire them on your ManyChat list, you can ask them to share that same offer, right? You can do customer surveys. So say you want to launch a new product and you're like, should I make a blue version, white version, bundle with this, multi-pack this, or like whatever? You just ask customers, you just like run a survey through your Messenger list, right? It's kind of like having an email list, but on steroids. You can send them links to new product promotions they're launching, and you use super URLs within your Messenger bot, right? And people are very receptive to helping you out with that. But guys, if you guys have any questions, please join the Sell the TRADECRAFT Facebook group. Leave in the comments below. But other than that, like, I really want you guys to, let me know if you guys end up doing this, how it works for you. If you guys are willing to take the risk to do it. Like I said, this is a gray area thing, so do this at your own risk. But at the end of the day, my job here is to educate you of what your competitors are doing, right? And it's up to you if you want to take the risk against Amazon's TOS to do moves like this. All right. By the way, if you guys thought that was good, make sure you check out the workshop that we're having for the private label MBA, where I'm going to talk about the 3 discoveries that I had that really changed my entire private label journey. Go join the workshop. Link is going to be in the comments below.